Round 20, 1995. Illawarra and Balmain squaring off on a sunny Sunday afternoon at Steelers Stadium. Both clubs were out of finals contention, so it was a game with little to play for. Yet it delivered one of rugby league's most infamous moments.
It was only my second year in first grade, so I was playing left centre. Mary was right centre, but I had to carry down the left-hand side and got into a little bit of a sort of push and shove with Tim Brasher was the opposite centre, but then the next thing out the corner of my eye I could see Brendan O'Meara. I seen him was into a bit of a stink on the sideline, so I've just gone to break it up. I jumped on, I think Mark O'Neill's back, and then the next thing everyone was into it on the sort of sideline.
Poor old Stanley's gone in after everyone's sort of crowded in to try and pull someone off.
I think he actually came in to try and, to break it up to start with, but I think he got a couple of sneaky ones in. So I think it was just good. He was just backing his own teammates up at the end of the day.
I was the captain that day, and I didn't realise at the time both players got sent this in. I didn't realise that the ref had actually, given Stanley the marching orders as well. But now looking at the footage, seeing him walk along beside the sideline there, and off he went. So it's been getting a lot of chat over I've been hearing a fair bit of people talking about he's the only mascot to ever be sent off from the game.
For the record, a Paul McGregor hat-trick helped the Steelers come away with a 32-6 win. As for what's happened to Stanley,
I think it might have even been David Riolo in the Stanley the Steelers suit. At that stage.
Well, he could fit in at the moment. Rioli's only short and Stanley didn't look real big, so I can't remember meeting him back in the day, but if he's out there, thanks for jumping in and helping out.
I hope he's waiting in the wings, because one day the Steelers are going to come back. That's what I hear anyway.
Round 4, 1997. A young Steelers side heads to North Sydney Oval, faced with the unenviable task taking on a powerhouse Bears outfit in its prime.
Roy is there if he can catch. Oh, that is spectacular from the Bears.
Yeah, at North Sydney Oval always tough. Jason Taylor, Greg Forimo, David Fairley, they had a crack side actually.
An upset bruise though as Illawarra takes a commanding 16-4 lead.
Back it comes for Callaway. Now the chase is on to number 9. Callaway's 5 out and gets there.
Then disaster strikes.
Unfortunately, during the game, I came in for a tackle on Ben Eichen.
Here's Wishart, he comes in, bang, there on Eichen and goes straight down.
Very sorry sight for the Steelers and for Rod Wishart.
Went a little bit wrong and dislocated the shoulder. So I was out for actually the rest of the season.
The pain continues for the Steelers.
Oh, here's a tragedy. Rodwell, they've called for the stretcher here for Brett Rodwell.
Guy fell in a hole actually, like it was like one of those sprinkler holes in the ground, and I thought I'd broken my ankle.
With Wishart and Rodwell gone, the Bears pounce.
Will Lation is through for the Bears. Where is the supporters there now? And Taylor will have enough toe. Big try for North Sydney. The Bears have hit the front.
Dean Callaway soon joins the Steelers' casualty ward, but no troops, no worries. Enter some divine intervention from Mary.
McGregor trying to stand up. Horner, he's done that. McGregor and Eichen. Now a chance for the Steelers. Horner with a try line will score. What a try to Illawarra.
Leaving the Steelers with a kick to win it.
And Sean Timmins always thought he was a good goal kicker. So I was off and everyone looked around to see who was going to do the goal kicking. He was straight in. He said, me, I'll take it.
I thought, here's one of the moments as a young bloke, you always want to kick the goal or something to be the match winner. Behind the post there was a big tower.
And I was up in that tower watching and had the radio.
So I remember seeing them up the top and I thought all I've got to do is just slot this over and the game's won.
Now the kick, it's Sean Timmins, a left footer, he's missed it! I don't believe it! Sean Timmins has missed it from beside the uprights. It's a bury.
So I think I rushed a kick because I was getting a bit of pressure, and anyway, I come off my left foot and the ball torpedoed, which never happens off a goal kick. But anyway, one touch he put his flag up, Mum was down, so I wasn't sure which way it went. But anyway, it was disallowed, and I'll never forget seeing the coach's Andrew Farrer's head up in the in the thing. He was furious.
I nearly jumped out of the tower. So we have a giggle about it now, but I wasn't laughing at the time.
Good memories, but that was one that we should have won. Poor old Timo, he hates seeing the footage of it.
Prior to that, the two lower grades had drawn as well. So it was only round in history of the game that all three grades were all draws.
So I got in the record books for something, but I do cop a fair spray about that kick. But as I said, it wasn't directly in front. It was a good metre or so next to the post. But yeah, does Andrew Farrer, I don't think, still forgiven me for that yet.
It's a bury.